Hello everybody, this is C4 Explorer. I have made it to the site that I was really hoping to get into, and it's kind of a sticky situation. Kind of had to go through the woods a little, had to do a little searching, but I found a way onto this property, which, if you can't tell by what you're seeing so far, is an old prison. And I believe this was a work farm prison. I had to leave my car parked in a really sketchy place. Not real sketchy, but it's definitely like, if somebody was looking for it, they'd find it. I just came up into the guard shack. There's not much in here. The letter J. And if you guys can see it, sure, right about here-ish, there's some road workers. I don't know that they have anything to do with the prison necessarily. And of course, I don't really know. Obviously, like what they would do, if they would even give a care that I was here. But I need to keep myself out of their view. So, I also have a main road over here. It's not terribly busy, but busy enough. I haven't seen any cameras or anything. Okay. Now I've got my POE onto the actual property. So, I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. Okay, folks. I've made it. Let's just hope there aren't any people here, or anybody that's going to find me. This is our first building. I have very little history on this prison. I can't remember where I heard about this. I came down here a few years ago, and it looked like they actually had some sort of a grow-op business or something in here. There were actually like live animals on the property, including a donkey. That was pretty freaky. So, I just kind of figured, well, it's either one, because I knew the prison itself wasn't active. I figured, well, it's one of those that'll either maybe open up someday or not. And I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. I think Carolina Tony Urbex. He recently did a video of this place, and that's how I kind of found out that, obviously if he got in, that this place was probably accessible. So, I have a lot of favorite explorers. See, there's those guys over there. I highly doubt they can see me. Yeah, I think this was a work farm type prison. They'd send them out to do either chain gangs out on the roads, or you know, they do like farming and stuff, the convicts. It appears to be maybe like a medium security, I guess. I'm not really sure. Wow, this is cool. We haven't even gotten to the cell blocks yet. Of course, all these little outbuildings, bunks or dorms or whatever, they're pretty well gutted. Not seeing any vandalism yet. Oh, this is the kitchen, the chow line, the mess hall. Sweet. I don't think I ever finished my story. Earlier, I was at that school, and I was telling y'all how at my first explore today, I had accidentally called 911 on my dead phone. See these footprints? I got footprints in here. Yeah, and apparently emergency services is hooked up even when you don't have an account and stuff. I've heard that your GPS will still locate you. But yeah, I have my old phone that I use as a backup for taking videos whenever this one has too much stuff on it. Basketball. The yard. And apparently, like, somehow I just kind of pocket dialed 911 emergency call. And I'm standing there, walking back to my car, and I hear this 911 emergency. What is your emergency? And I'm like, what the hell? It sounded like somebody coming over a radio. So, like, obviously, turn my speaker on as well, I guess, which is probably good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have heard the guy. And he probably, I don't know if they would have been able to call back because that phone doesn't have an active account. But you know, I answered it. I'm like, I'm trying to pull it out of my pocket. I'm like, hello. And, you know, he tells me who he is. And he said, is there an emergency? And I said, no, I think I pocket dialed y'all accidentally. And he says, you know, where's your location? I told him where I was. And I said, but this phone doesn't have an account on it. And I gave him my name and told him where I lived, like not address wise, but, you know, I told him who I was, and I said, no, there's no emergency. It was an accident. I apologize. You know, and he was like, oh, that's cool. You know, just want to make sure. He said, I'll go ahead and log it in as an accidental misdial. And I was like, okay. I'm sure that happens pretty frequently, though, you know. Yeah. I got bars. Are those bars? Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's all emptied out and everything, but I mean, pretty neat. Not seeing any cameras, not hearing any alarms. I like this little patient tray. Like the little cart that they'd push in for, like maybe this was an infirmary or something. Yeah. Although, well, it has a garage door on it. Motor pool, maybe. I'm gonna try not to, like, speed all crazy through this, but, like, my battery is about at half. And, my body batteries are like, about time to go to bed. But, it's not really as huge as I thought it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all. I am not disappointed. But yeah, it's kind of been a stressful day for exploring. Fun though, manageable. Got up pre-dawn, drove out to my first site, got in, had an active building, or at least a building that they were working in right next to it. thought I heard people, figured I probably, there was a high chance that I would encounter people, and didn't. Huh. This isn't, wait. Oh, I thought that was like a mirror. I'm like, why can't I see my image? Did I turn into a vampire all of a sudden? That looks like maybe, that could have been a lot of things, I guess. Interrogation room, or pass-through window for some reason or another, for drugs or meds or whatever. We got a turlet. We got a. This is pretty neat. Yeah, this one's been on my list for a while. But yeah, I got through that school without getting detected, and then I went up to the industrial area, which was pretty much right behind the school. It's like, I think the school or whatever it was part of that facility, because I think it was like a finishing plant. But I encountered some guys that were doing some road work, and they were actually pretty cool with me, just, chilling out and whatever. Of course they said be careful, we didn't see you. So I went and did my thing there and got out, and then, like I said, I freaking called 911. And then I went to another elementary school, but this was like the clothes house or something. You get your clothing, maybe that's where they give up contraband or something. It's a very secure building. Brick. Lots of bars. Okay. I don't know that I'm going to attempt the white one right there. We've been in that one. I think we're going to go ahead and go straight to the cell blocks, folks. This is cool. Cool looking building. Let's see what we got in here. Yeah, that looks like a guard shack. Yeah, after I got out of the industrial site, I went to a school, and it looked like there were people there. I mean, it was kind of an obvious location, and there were people around, and I kept thinking, somebody's going to find me, or they're going to come in here, they're going to hear me or see me. Oh my god, this is cool. Prison bars, folks. We found the cells, but of course we already knew that. They got plexiglass on them, on the bars. It really does smell like pee in here. I would say that's probably a communal cell. They probably kept a bunch of different people in there. This might have been like a holding area, prisoner staging area, maybe. But yeah, I got through that school okay, and I'm driving down here. And you guys could have seen my face falling whenever I saw the workers. Because, I mean, that would have been the easy way to do it, is to drive down that road. And I don't think I would have driven down that main road, because obviously, I would have been seen by everybody in God. And so I know of kind of a little side road that isn't really a road. So I went ahead and parked there like I did the last time I was here, and had to kind of like hover in through the woods. Fortunately, this was hilly enough that I was able to get over to where I found my POE. Oh wow, I got a bump still. Yeah, the exit. go check out that other guard shack. I might do that after we're done here. Oh, wow. This looks like so much like the one that I did, which makes sense, I guess, if you figure, you know, it's the same state and everything. But anyways, so I'm gonna go over there first. This looks so much the same as, it's one of the first, like, big jailhouses that I ever did. I found that, well, I didn't find it. I was told about it by another explorer. More barred windows. We got a barbecue. And yes, I see that over here. A little hippity hop. That's cute. Oops. Oh, there we go. And we got another. I wonder if they put stall walls there, or if you just had to pee freely. It is corrections, so yeah, you figure, you know, they probably didn't get a whole lot of privacy. Okay, and I wonder if these are like the individual cells down here. Neato. Wow, is that daylight? It almost looks like unnatural light. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is set up just like, I don't want to call out the name obviously, but I did a 3-part video on it. Oh. Wow. Pipe chase area. This is where, as I've been told by people, they would have a guard or somebody come down these here, and it would, something's running. They would check the water for contraband and drugs, possibly for, like, you know, medical purposes, you know. So I called out the name of the place, so let's see. Make sure I don't do that. Okay, I got the city name covered up. Restraints. It's the Correctional Center Segregation Status Report. Okay. Well, and see, I think, yeah, okay, this was locked up at the other prison I went to. I couldn't get in there, but this is probably for either, I would say either for visitors, if they allowed visitors to come back here, or for like lawyers to talk to prisoners. I mean, I guess it might be for like any visitor that they have. We're going on to D block, and they'll have a solitary confinement cell. Yep. That's the same there. That's cool. That I think is like a violent offender or violent prisoner cell. And then these here, I mean, they don't have like the plexiglass and stuff, so. Let's see. Craig the Bunless. Toilets have been taken out. The beds are still there though. Let's look out a window and see where we're at here. I just keep working. Oops. Yeah. That one's got a mirror in it. Rusty old. Of course, I would have used a metal, polished metal. instead of glass. Gel lights. Lots of peely paint. Uh-oh. This has been a cool day. Like I said, kind of stressful. I won't lie. Running into, like, I guess running into issues that would be, oh, it's got a mattress in it. I don't know. I don't know how to even explain this. You guys probably even get what I'm saying. Like I'm having to work for it. And it's one of those things where I get kind of anxious. That's creepy. I don't know what that is, but one thing I'm fairly certain that it's not is a body, because it does not smell like bodies in here. So, anyways, you always got to kind of work at doing this kind of stuff. It takes a certain amount of fortitude and guts and whatever. And sometimes it's as easy as walking into a building, walking into an open door. Nobody's around. Let's see, we were just there. Okay, yeah, we'll go to cell block A here. Okay, yeah, that's the ventilators and the water heater. Whoa, I don't know what happened here. Somebody tunnel out? I want to say they had like some sort of, I think I might have mentioned this earlier, that they had some sort of a grow op or something. I wonder if maybe somebody, like, they cut that door off. I wonder if maybe somebody got trapped or something. I don't know. It's weird that they have that door and that door and the one down there, I think. And they had to cut somebody out or something. Anyways, no, I think this place was like a grow op. Or a farm or something. It's actually penned as a farm. Like I said, they did have animals. I remember the day I showed up. There was a donkey. There was like a few cats running around on the property, not like outside the fence. And of course, donkeys don't just wander around North Carolina, as far as I know. Although we do have horses. We have wild horses on Ocracoke Island. But anyways, and I decided to get out, and I saw lights. Like, I saw a couple lights that indicated there was power. So it was maybe just a private family, or maybe it was some little corporation thing. I don't know what that is. Let's see. I'm going to check out the door here. I still see people, but you can't see me. Yeah, I guess they went bust, or they decided to move. Who knows? I know there's the SCI Correctional Prison in Pennsylvania, that very well-known urbex spot, and I actually did a video on it a few years ago, a series of videos, and what they did is they turned it into, it was called Big House Produce, and they turned it into like a hydroponic place, a hydroponic farm, and they actually allowed explorers to come up, and because they were sick of people trespassing, but I think one of their friends, or maybe whoever, somebody had convinced him, said, look, you can make a little extra money for your business. People love abandoned buildings, and I think like maybe one of them was an urban explorer, or maybe they had friends that were urban explorers or whatever. and they decided to go ahead and start a business where you could pay like $80 for a day and walk the property. There's no guided tours or anything, you know. And it was just like being in an abandoned building. I mean, it wasn't like going to a museum necessarily. There's a light right up there, and that one is on. Okay. I don't know if I can make it into that guardhouse. Let's see here. Come around the corner. Oh, okay. But yeah, my understanding is that, were we here? I think we were here. Yeah, we were here. My understanding is that Big House Produce, unfortunately, has gone out of business. And of course, you know, with that, they're not offering these tours anymore. Or maybe they are. I'm not really sure. I honestly, I need to do some research on it. I really don't know what the status is. But yeah, that's kind of, I mean, that's a really roundabout way of saying that. That's pretty much what they had here without the, you know, being able to tour an abandoned prison. Okay. I'm looking for a hole in the fence. I'm sure these guard towers are all one and the same. That light right there is on. Not 100% certain if those people can see me or not. I think I can get in there. Let's see, I think, were we in here? I'm really not just trying to wander around like adding filler. I mean, you kind of want to pad the runtime a little bit, you know? I mean, as a content creator, I mean, you don't want like a 5-minute video and then it's like, okay, we saw 3 rooms, we're good. But, okay, hold there. Not hooked to a camera. Wait, where did I see that? Okay. I don't think I'm getting through that. Okay, yeah, that's padlocked. Definitely not getting in there. All right, folks. I'm sure there's a big roundabout way I could do this. Hold on a minute. I'm going to pause it, guys. All right, I'm back. There was a big roundabout way to do that. I mean, it was pretty easy, but yeah, I figured I'd pause and just confirm that. Watch out for razor wire, man. That stuff will eat your dinner. Alright, I got another guard shack. This one's a little different than the other one. Hopefully, maybe there's some cool stuff left behind up here. I think I'll end it out here after I get up here. And I'm going to do my pick run, and I'm going to go ahead and get going. Get back home. Get me some food. I got to work tomorrow. So, you know, I have a lot of crying to do. Haha. Kind of kidding, but not really. Oops. Oh. Make a little more noise next time. Come on now. Oh, jeez. I hate these stairways. Like, it's like half ladder, half stairway. This is that point where I turn around and there's some big dude grinning at me, holding a shotgun. Yay, no big dude with a shotgun grinning at me. Okay. All right, folks. I'm still pulling myself up here. Hold on a minute. Okay. Oh, this is really difficult. Seriously, guys. Okay. That's probably where the toilet was. Alright. Nice little pano here of the property. There's some wasps up here. I think right there, I think is my car. So, walk outside here. I don't think I'm going to be able to be observed from over here. God, I keep thinking, I want to go to that house now. I'm getting greedy, guys. I need to watch that stuff. You get cocky, and the next thing you know, your perfect day just got screwed up. Wow. That is freaking sweet. Okay. God, I really do want to go to that house. I'm going to go to the house, guys. Totally going to go to the house. I got enough time. My battery ain't dead yet, so we're not going to go to that one, though. Okay. So I'm going to pause it. I'll be right back. You don't need to see me go down the stairs again. I'll be back. Well, pretty looking house on the outside. If I hadn't have seen this open door, I probably wouldn't have tried this. Yeah, those workers are still kind of far away, but they're like basically on the other side of this house. All right. Okay. I got the front porch. All right. I don't know what 1087 is. It's pretty good. Still got a toilet and a bathtub and some tile work. Right. Hey, well. Yeah, part of this is because I figured I have. Wow, this is all? This can't be it. It looked a lot bigger outside. Where are my friends? I think they're kind of back over that way somewhere. I'm guessing maybe this might have been the warden's house, maybe? Trustee house, maybe? No, this thing looked a lot bigger on the outside. I'm kind of looking for a staircase or something. Nothing in there. Hole in the wall where the mirror used to be. Got a crawl space. Huh. Okay, that's weird. I seriously thought it was a lot bigger. It's still pretty cool. Tell you what. Gotta walk around out here a little bit and see what's going on. Has anybody seen me yet? I don't think so. Yeah, on this phone I can hold usually with like stripped of all the data and everything. About 45 minutes for a video, and some places aren't necessarily worth that much, but I kind of like having a longer video. And but given that, okay, here's I think it was like two separate houses. mushy floor. Okay, we gotta be real careful in here because this feels relatively solid. But yeah, I figure, you know, I didn't really want to do the house, but I'll go ahead and do the house because I have enough time to just kind of walk through it and show you all as much as I can. Yeah, these floors are super questionable. We have furnishings in the, maybe it was guard housing. Guard, the warden. They left all their sofas and stuff. Curtains. That's pretty neat. I got something on the floor here. What does that say? It says, oh, now that calls out the name. I thought it was something personal, like a Never or something. Cool. Crackle glaze. Bailey paint. Alright. Bathroom. I guarantee it's a bathroom. Yeah. Very blue. That's a really new light fixture. Glass. I don't know if that's like regular glass or leaded glass. Okay. Well, I think I might have a clear shot. I want to take some pictures over at the prison. I hate doing that at the same time as the video, because then the whole time you're hearing my camera go off, the shutter and everything, and then you're you know, I got to stop, so you're getting, I mean, I kind of do that anyway, so, you know, sometimes you end up getting that. Like, he's just standing there. But yeah, I'm going to do a pick run, and then I'm going to GTFO. I'm going to call this a successful day. I'm going to get me some food because I am friggin' hungry. And I also forgot how I came in. Oh yeah, over here. This super sketchy floor. Oh shit. Okay. Alright folks, well I'm going to go ahead and leave it off here. I want to say thank y'all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. This has been a long time coming, wanting to check this place out. You know, of course, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Even though you might not have like really thought you did anything, I want to give a special thanks to Urbex, Carolina Tony. To Carolina Tony Urbex, or it's Carolina Tony, either way. I want to give a special thanks to you, man, because apparently you did this property, and you know, I kind of knew what it was immediately when I was watching your video, and I'm glad I was able to find out that you can get over here. So thank you for, you know, doing what you do. Like all us urbexers, it can be very rewarding. So anyway, before I start speechifying again, thank y'all again. You know, I appreciate you. I love y'all. And this is goodbye. This is C4 Explorer at an abandoned work prison. So everybody take care out there. Be safe. Have fun. Enjoy the spring. And I will see you on the next adventure. Goodbye.